How is the work in infodiving being done? How does it happen that children with autism and cerebral palsy start to recover without even knowing that someone is working on them, even from a distance of thousands of kilometers? Here is what happens. Two infodivers enter the truly deep parasomnambulistic state. Two infodivers are needed to fix the information from the different angles of perception. They are leading by the third person, Infoturer, who ask them questions during the process. To contact the soul, we don't even need a photo. Once mother fills out the application, we can connect with the soul of her child. Through her consciousness, we can gain absolutely any information related to this person. Infodivers communicate with the soul of a child. They see what breakages are there in the psyches and soul structures. They show the soul how to repair and correct these disorders, and the soul starts to work and remediate the problems with pleasure. There is so much information hidden in the human subconsciousness. There is information about the previous incarnations of the soul, about karmic history, about everything, and the soul is able to correct all these aspects. The soul has a code, which includes human DNA, and the soul has analogues, RNA and telomerase. We can work with it too. There is a database with reference data on human internal organs for the particular body. There are prescribed algorithms of information structures, which could be adjusted. We are able to intervene in them. The structure of psyche in the subconsciousness somehow resembles computer, with its own Windows, Office and special software, and the soul can work with it on the infodiver's request. The soul can see the problems by itself, but if we point out the concrete problem, the soul will correct it. Then the infodiver's consciousness records the corrections for it to manifest them in material world. This is how it works, through the human consciousness. There is another structure above the soul. It's called the soul of the soul. All information about all scenarios of the previous and future souls' incarnations are there. In addition, there is a managing structure in our psyche, which we call sandwich, because of its specific appearance. It consists of 7 layers, 7 blocks, with certain software for this particular person. 7 blocks are responsible for life experience, intelligence, body intelligence, memory, interaction with collective programs, the mechanism of faith, and the filters of perception. And also there is an information about how the space-time is formed. If we put all these elements into a technical device, it turns out something resembling slide projector that displays the worldview of the person, that reality which they see and feel later as an objective existing reality. In fact, all this is spelled out in the psyche structures, and all these programs, all these blocks can be adjusted by the soul. If you think that psyche structure is ending here, you are mistaken. It's just the beginning. It is entry level. Over it, there are managing blocks, which are responsible for energy providing, information support. There is the step-down transformer on the way from God to person in order to lower vibrations, helping the body to keep the state. There are many interesting things inside. Infodivers came all this way to learn the process, and more importantly, using this knowledge, they help children with recovery from autism, cerebral palsy, and other the most difficult diseases. Today this is a long list. It's a great work, and here the miracles happen. Autistic children become normal. They go to ordinary children's institutions. Anorexic children start eating normally. Transsexuals conceal their sex change operations. Cancer starts to decrease. We were conducting the experiment on deactivating of the running incarnation circle that is actually delayed death on the choice of the person's soul. And this is the beginning of miracles in infodiving. In the next releases, you will learn real people's stories. Fortunately, there are not tens, but hundreds of them.